Good morning from Area 51 Raceway. Today this morning I wanted to cover about my tire truer. On Slot Car News last weekend, I think it was. I know Dave had asked about the truer and stuff and how I true my tires. Uh, so in the beginning when I got this, I purchased this from Cincy Slots. Cincy Slots is Bruce Yeoman's, store. And the gentleman that put this together for him basically, made this. And he does DTM cars, digital cars. He's got a nice digital track. And he trues urethane tires. You can do silicone. I've done it. But you're going to spend a lot of time truing silicone tires. I've done it. I can tell you it takes about, for each tire, after you've actually trued the plastic wheel, meaning that you use epoxy and you feel the extrusion points, and then you shave that down, and then you glue the wheel overnight, and then you put it on here. A silicone tire one will take about a good 2 to 3 hours to really true it good. And I've proven that with my magnet 917 slot cars, as you can see in some of the very early videos that I've done. Those things hang on like a mother, and I mean at full bore, because the silicone tires are trued and the wheels are trued, and it takes a lot of time. I personally will not do it anymore because I'll sit there and you could sit there forever. You gotta watch it, and it takes a lot of time. Now, truing rubber and urethane is a lot easier. It's more forgiving. It doesn't heat up. And the thing with silicone also is that you have to use drywall paper, because, and here's an example of drywall paper. What happens with sandpaper is it gets clogged with the silicone, and then it just gums up, and then it gets real, you got to watch the heat, and it's a lot of work, trust me. But this is what I use to true silicone, which is the drywall paper, because it won't clump up in there. But anyways, onto urethane and stuff. So urethane tires are easier to true, guaranteed. And so is rubber, even easier. Thing you got to watch about is heat, and not to put too much pressure when you're screwing this onto the plate. Now, this tire true right here, like I said, I got from Cincy Slots. The gentleman put this together, kind of designed this. He does a lot of digital racing, and he trues his tires, and he trues urethane tires. So this right here in particular could be reverse engineered if you want. You basically use RC parts, like on RC planes. That's why you have these elbows. And then this little motor you can get from Amazon, which is a certain RPM motor. I think it's 15 RPM is what you're looking for. And they're little micro motors. And you can get them from, either Amazon or eBay. And then right here, as you see, he used, these little parts of an RC, obviously RC airplane, because he used these type of little pieces here. And then he made a piece of aluminum here with little standoffs. And as you can see underneath it, he used screws and this piece of, wood. And this wouldn't be hard to make, but from what I understand, the tire truer is hard to get nowadays because not too many people are making them. So I would see that being the first difficult thing to do, is to get one. Now, the tire truer, I'm not sure of this brand. It's not a Razor. I can't remember what the hell it is. This is how I got it, and it's basically the same principle. But the only thing nice about this is that you could hook this up, and this plate will slide automatically with this electric motor. And what it'll do is I'll put a piece of, these sandpaper they use, which is 600, and it'll sweep underneath the tire back and forth. And then you could see, how it looks as you're truing it, and then stop it and then roll it to see the high and low spots. What I usually do with urethane tires, now on this one right here in particular, if I mount it here and everything, it'll take a little bit longer to do, because it's, there's a lot of high and low spots. What I do, and I have videos on this, or one video, so I get this and put it on my Huddy tire truer. And the Huddy tire truer is, for a little bit more, commercial type. You could use it for rubber or whatnot, but it's got a real abrasive wheel on it. I'm not sure if you could change the wheel or not. I can't remember. I haven't really looked into it. So I use that one and kind of get it down to where it's, to get the high spots quicker and low spots quicker. So I'll ground it down to where I see it like it's all the same uniform color. I take it off of there. It doesn't take long. And then I also grind the sides down too. And when I grind the sides, I use this, drywall paper. And on this little how would you call it, a nail file. And then what I do on the Huddy tire chewer, I'm hitting this and kind of getting it down to where it's nice to get rid of this high ridge, and then kind of go over a little on the corners here, a little on the corner here to get rid of a little bit of the sharp edge, the square. Make it nice and, you know, decent round. And then what I'll do is I'll get the tire chewer, and I'll show you an example of what I do. I get an 1/8 inch axle is what this is, and this is the wheel where you use a set screw to put it on. It comes with this little wheel. And then I use these bushings that are actually bushing spacers for 1/8. And I put them on here because this has a little ridge here that'll hold, you know, that'll go right on here and hold on, and pressure will keep it from popping out. And I'll put my belt on just like that, and I'll raise it up, and I have this connected, and it may be a little loud on the video, so I'll just speak a little louder. So I'll turn it on. So right now I'm running at 4.5 volts. As you can see, I could control the voltage higher. This is a 6-volt motor. I wouldn't go any higher than 6. This is only designed for 6, really. And you don't want it to go super fast, so what I do is I put it down to 0.5. And what I do is I lower this little by little, and just to where I'm never going to hear it, like, you know, go making the noise, or kind of, you'll hear it and see it trimming. You can hear it just a little bit making a little grunting noise, just a teeny bit. And again, I'm only doing this as an example to show you, so now you can see how it sweeps back and forth. Oh, a little bit too much there, see? You want to back off a little, because there's a lot of high and low spots as it's getting. And what it does is it's going to sweep it. And I'm going to take the camera off my vise here because I have no tripod right now. And I'm going to show you that, take these lights off, how it does it. As you can see, it's sweeping it a little. And I'm going to turn it off because I don't want to get urethane all over my work area. So that's kind of what the whole idea of this is that it's going to sweep it back and forth. And you can see it's already hitting the high and low spots. Now, if you get a tire chewer and you don't want to do it this way with having an electric motor, slide it back while you know, do it automatically, you don't need this. Harry in his videos has shown you could get your hand and physically move it back and forth as well, and you could still true it. So it's no big deal. I just happened to get this because I thought it was a pretty cool idea to kind of have something to let it do on its own as I'm doing other things. So it's more of a convenience, it's not a necessity. But I could also do, obviously, the 3/32 axles, because I have a setup for 3/32, and that setup is, you could actually get these from Slot Car Corner, which is the, I believe they have a 1/8 one also. And here's the one for 3/32. As you can see, they have bushings, and then this moves right here. I have a set screw, and you can move it around to line it up with your belt. And there's 2 grooves on the back there for the belt. So when you get your tires on here, they do sell these in a 1/8 and 3/32 as well, and you could use a tire chewer and do it that way with just using your fingers. You don't have to have the electric motor. Like, again, if you want to reverse engineer this, anybody can. I'm just showing you exactly what it looks like, so I'll kind of pan around so you see kind of what he used to design this. I mean, it's not really difficult. You don't have to have it exactly this thin. I guess the piece of aluminum, if you have a thicker piece, as long as you have the screws and that it's mounted on, and that's at, you know, level height with your plate, and then you could drill your hole and tap your hole with the thread size. I'm sorry, I can't see my finger. With this, you know, arm that comes on RC planes, or this is actually probably all thread, but I'm not sure. If we get all thread that size of the elbows or the arms of, you know, little RC pieces, and you can see there's a little ball socket in here as well. Again, RC parts, airplane RC parts, or it could be, you know, also RC trucks too, in cars. And then your sliding plate, obviously this all comes together when you get it. And then what I do is I just wire in the motor into the actual motor for the leads, and then I got a power supplier that I use, and I just turn it on and let it sweep up. Now again, there's different RPMs for this motor. There's 15 RPM, there's 20, there's 25, 30. I'd say 15 would be good. If you get 20, it might be a little bit faster moving back and forth. It's up to you if you want to go faster, but I would probably go just a little bit, kind of more a nice smooth back and forth. And then you want obviously the piece of of the sandpaper to be able to sweep underneath the tire, back out of it, and then back over it again, you know, to clear it. And then I used double-sided tape to put this on, so I could peel this off and change it anytime. So this is just showing you the tire truer that I use, because there was questions asked on, you know, Stock Car News when they had the Sunday live thing. So, and Dave Kennedy asked me, so I just showed him. I just sent a link of the videos that I do for, like, you know, the beach racer, the tires. So I did on the one car. I think it was the Galaxy that I sent in. That was those tires. So I did it on the Huddy first, and then I did it on this. Once you do it on the Huddy and clean all the high and low spots, it will go faster. And you put it on this, it'll take it like about 5 or 6 minutes, maybe 10, to make sure I got everything off. And I'll check the tire. If it's nice and smooth all the way around, I'm good to go. Pull it off, put it on the car, and that's it. So, anyways, just wanted to share this with you. I hope this helps. Tire truers, I don't know the availability of tire truers. It seems like everybody's short on everything, as you know, as I said. And then obviously I put my own little alien head here because that's just my moniker that I do with my stuff. So so that's it from here at Area 51 Raceway. Take care. I hope this helped, and as always, have fun racing.